Hello, everybody. Okay, that can hurt. I really need a better way to get into my base. Never really planned that out. This is the first kind of formal video on my Forever World. It is a special one because today I'm going to be covering a project I've been working on for 5 months. And I finally finished it. But let's go over the main issues I was having at first and why I needed to do this project in the first place. So I've had a bit of a problem. My storage is nice, but I can't really find anything. I usually use a chest tracker mod, but since I've built a 400,000 block tree in my backyard, I've basically broken my neck every time I try to find a specific item I need. I really need to build a real storage, but first I need to find a place to put it, which means probably building another 400,000 block build. Luckily, I like doing that. So my main philosophy on what I wanted to build next is I want to build something for fun, but I also want to build something I've never done before, but kind of thought, hey, that'd be kind of cool. So I thought back to those classic, I built a chest storage system and was like, that is pretty smart. I could build something really big to put my complicated storage system inside of, and maybe have an environmental factor and cool environmentalness to it. But the main point is I wanted to keep it really simple, something I could just do and work on every day, slowly, one step at a time. Kind of like how you build a Lego and it's only really two colors the entire way up, but you somehow get a magical flower. I decided instead of picking a block, I picked a mob. But which mob out of every single mob was going to be the one I was going to pick? I somehow managed to go with the most annoying. I don't know if it's the most annoying. I know phantoms are pretty bad. But I find guardians pretty annoying, especially playing on hard. They can melt you like crazy at the start of the game. But I've always found the way they look, like the animations, the lasers, the spikes, and the tracking they do on the squids. It's kind of sad. Pretty interesting. So I went with that. Then when I really started thinking about it, I also realized that I needed to do a farm for Prismarine. Anyways, I've actually never done a farm for Prismarine. I've pretty much done a farm for literally everything else in my world, except for Prismarine, out of all the years I've played Minecraft. This always seemed like something really unachievable, because you always had to dig up 100,000 hole in water, and then fill it in with sand, and then dig it out. Recently, I found out there's a very cool farm that could pretty much compete with those farms' outputs. Link in the description to the video, fully explaining on how this farm works. It's a very great farm. I would suggest building it. I'm not so great at redstone, so I added a bunch of bloat on it for my storage, but they do a really good job at explaining. Go check it out. I also needed a resin farm because that was going to be my second block. I need blue and orange to kind of mix in and build one giant guardian. And I've never done a resin farm, so here is my janky resin farm. I actually play on 1.21.4, so this is very new to me. I've never really messed with the new versions or anything, and I know there's been a lot of new versions since, but learning the concepts of how this cool pale oak mechanic works is pretty cool. It's definitely probably one of the most unique things they've done. But now that I have a farm for both the blocks I need, I really just need to build a giant schematic and start time-lapsing. Wait. One last thing before I start the time lapse. I'm going to do a technique that I normally do before I start doing a build. When I have an idea, but I'm not too sure what it's going to look like yet, I can build in creative. Normally I do a Litematica, which is what I did in this case, but I wanted to push it even further. Since I'm playing in survival, I like being immersed in what I'm doing and really play into the survival aspect of the game, even though I'm basically invincible now. So I built a lobby. So what even is a lobby? A lobby is a term I use when I build a little area using the palette of my build, or the theme of my build. In this case, I built a fishing dock, but it gives you a good excuse to really make sure you like the theme that you're doing and not quit halfway through. It's also a great area to make a little storage in and put all the materials that you're going to use on the build and all the tools you're going to use on the build in one place near your site. I really like this concept and I'd love to see more people use it. It actually really did help me a lot, especially playing survival. And here's a little disclaimer to all the people that are maybe feeling a little bit discouraged on what they want to do in their Minecraft worlds and whatever forever world you might have. Here are some of the builds I've done in the past. And I do not claim to be no master builder. Some of my builds aren't super great. But I try to keep in mind I'm doing it for fun every single time. So despite what you think other people might think, always keep in mind that you're doing it for fun and you're doing it for yourself. As long as you like it, that's what really matters. Whoa, look at all these cool builds I've done. Whoa, wow. You probably have cool builds too, or cool ideas. You should probably go do it. Like now, and get it done, for real. Alright, okay, I'm done. That's enough of that. I'm gonna start doing the time lapse now. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll say some stuff at the end of the video. Stick around for that. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, so then it's a build finished. I've done everything. It took me 5 months. I plan to build a city here and the storage inside of it, like I said. So if you guys enjoyed the entire video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. Tell me what you think of the build. Tell me if you got inspired by any of this stuff. And if you really like it, please subscribe. It really helps me a lot to see people that are actually watching the video, especially since I'm putting so much effort into these videos. And I hope you guys take this video and learn something from it, and have a great day. Bye. I really, really, really need to add an eyeball to this thing.